Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laurie Bloom and today we are going to do a super rapid middle split workout. Now I want to start by saying the very first video I posted in 2024 was a New Year's resolution, get your middle splits workout. And do I have my full middle split right now? No, I don't. In fact, I feel like my middle split got worse, and it's partially my fault and it's partially due to setbacks caused by injury throughout the year, different injuries throughout the year. So you guys, if you know me, you know that I feel like in order to see massive major improvements, especially on flexibility poses that you struggle with, you do have to spend a substantial amount of time every single day working on those things. However, I also feel like something is better than nothing. I know a lot of us don't have a full hour to 2 hours to devote to training our flexibility every single day. So that's why I try and make a couple of quicker workouts for you in case you don't have time to do an entire hour-long session. So anyway, I don't have a timer on me or anything. I'm just trying to get through this workout as quickly as possible. I'm going to do all the essential moves that I think will help you get deeper into that middle split or towards that middle split as quickly as possible without getting injured. Remember, you guys, the best way to not get injured, pull a muscle when flexibility training is by strengthening in addition to stretching. So we will do a workout with both. Now for today's workout, sometimes I say yoga blocks aren't necessary. For today's workout, I think they are. You could get through it without them, but I think they're necessary. So if you have yoga blocks or like thick hardcover Harry Potter books or something, those will work really well for you too. Before we get into the workout, if you guys enjoy stretching classes, flexibility workouts, or aerial tutorials, please hit the like and subscribe button with the notification bell on. I try and post as consistently as possible. Sometimes it's hard. That notification bell is going to let you know every time I put a new video out. All right, we're just gonna throw ourselves into the fire and get started with some squats. So make sure your feet are facing forward a little wider than hips width distance apart. Let's clasp our hands together, sit our booty back, and press our pelvis forward at the top. Let's go for a 10, 9, make sure you're breathing, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. We're going to continue this, but this time we're going to reach to the side each time, switching sides. By the way, I forgot to remind you guys that this is New York City. You might hear sirens during this video. I don't want to stop and go as the sirens come by. I live in Midtown Manhattan, so it's just an issue we constantly have to deal with when trying to record these videos. Let's go for 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Grab your blocks, place them on the high setting in front of you. Even if you're super flexible, place them on the high setting so you can keep both legs straight and look forward, and from here we'll circle those hips out. Let's bring everything back to neutral, and from here we'll bend the knees and straighten. Maybe if you're starting to feel a little better, lower the blocks, keep looking forward. If you want to leave the blocks on high, that's fine too. I'm going to place my hands on the ground, but notice gaze is still forward. Let's go for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1. We're going to come down into our primal squat. Now, if you have knee problems, you might want to place your 2 blocks underneath your booty. In my primal squat, I want both feet flat on the ground. So you may have to play around with bringing your feet closer together or further away. We're going to take our elbows on the inside of our knee pits. Start pressing the knees away from each other, but knees start pressing in. We'll hold for 4, pressing and pushing, 3, 2, release the push in on 1 and use your elbows to push out. Reach your fingers upward. We're gonna reach up and bend down for 4, for 3, for 2, last one, and come down. From here, grab your blocks. You can stay facing forward if you want. I'm gonna go to the side so you can see me better. I'm gonna place both blocks on high. I'm gonna bend my knee. I'm gonna drag it in towards my chest. Circle it out to the side. Rotate it around back. Keep on going. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's reverse for 4, 3. Try and keep your standing leg straight. 2. On 1. We're gonna leave that knee out to the side. If you notice that your foot is higher, pull it in. Pull your guts in. Let's try and lift our opposite arm to the side. We'll hold for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, start to square everything off. Make sure your right hip bone, or whichever leg is behind you, that hip bone is facing down. Reach your left arm forward or opposite arm forward. We'll hold for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, re-grab the block, place the back foot down, move the front foot forward so you have more space, and from here we're rocking forward and back. Keeping the hips where they are, we'll tap the back knee down and up, down and up. For 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, settle the knee down, untuck the toe. Walk the blocks by the hips. Now you guys, you will be hard pressed to find a single flexibility video that I've posted without holding a low lunge like this for at least a small amount of time. I really think that this pose right here is the key to flexibility because it works almost your entire low body. Hip flexors get into the low back, so it helps with back bends. It helps deepen your split by stretching the hip flexors. Yeah, I love me a low lunge. So we'll always hold it for at least 30 seconds in my class. One thing I want you to work on is not hanging forward, but staying upright. We want one line from our head to our hips. Let's hold for 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. On 1, tuck that back toe. Stay low as you swivel forward. Now you can either keep your hands on the blocks or place the blocks to the other side. Use your strength to come up. From here, we're gonna dive down into a forward fold. Again, you can grab your blocks if you need them. From here, take a moment to wiggle out the hips. Get long through the spine, fold forward. If you're a bendy person, you can use your hands on the back of your heels to pull your head even closer to your legs. We're here for 4 more. Any wiggles or rocks you need. For 3, for 2. On 1, let's come low, bending the opposite knee, swivel around. Grab your 2 blocks, place them on high. Come up to a straight standing leg, and we'll do that same thing on the other side. Bending the left knee for me this time. You keep going with whatever opposite leg you did before. We'll circle for 4. For 3, try and keep the standing leg straight if you can. For 2, 1, and reverse for 4. For 3, for 2, on 1, left knee reaches out to the side. Remember, knee is higher than the foot. Opposite hand stretches out. I swear I'm not touching my bookcase. We'll hold for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1, square it off. Stretch the leg out. We'll hold for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1, hand comes to block. Bend the front knee, make more space, rock forward and back. This brings us to our knee taps, back knee taps for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1, back knee settles down, untuck. On the other side, I talked about why I love the low lunge. On this side, I think I'm gonna take an iced coffee break as we hold our lunge. Keep breathing. Let your hips sink down. Stay nice and tall. We're here for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1, tuck, stay low, swivel. Try and use your strength to come up. This time, instead of bending forward, we're just gonna swivel into a pyramid facing the other side with a flat back. Make sure both toes are facing forward. We're folding down. Your legs should be on railroad tracks. Make sure you're not crisscrossing or anything like that. And feet are kind of wide apart, but nothing crazy. Yeah, you'll actually feel it more if they're a little closer together. As you're holding this, if it feels a little easy for you, you can reach for the ground. Try and keep both legs straight. Let your head relax. We're here for 4, 3, 2, on 1. Grab those blocks, bend the front knee, come back into your lunge. From here, back knee bends. If you need to lift the hips up a little in order to lift that back foot, that's okay. But once you have that foot lifted, try and sink down again. Stay up nice and tall. Your same hand as front knee will move on top of that foot. Your opposite hand will swivel around, grab that foot, pull it in for a quad stretch. Now, if this is really challenging for you, if balance is an issue, you can also go in with the opposite hand staying lower. So I would keep one hand down and stay lower. If you have a strap, you can also strap up the back foot. And as always, if you feel everything on the kneecap, sink down. That'll take the weight off the kneecap and put it in the softer tissue just above it. Let's hold for 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. On 1, let it go. Tuck the toe. Swivel. Use your strength to come up. Turn to the other way. Maybe pull the legs in a little. Forward fold. Remember, whenever I forward fold, I always try and start with a flat back, flat back. When the back starts to round, that's okay. Come off it a little bit. And then after a while, it's okay to round a little bit. You just don't want to dive forward. A flat back will help you bring your torso closer to that thigh and get a deeper stretch. I'm gonna have my iced coffee break again. Let's hold for 4 more, for 3 more, for 2 more. On 1, bend, blocks, slide it back, lift the back foot up, place the same hand as front leg on the thigh, tongue twisters, and quad stretch. And of course, if you've forgotten to breathe, make sure you breathe. Breathing's so important. We're here for 4 more, for 3 more, for 2 more. On 1, release. From here, tuck and swivel forward. From here, place one knee down, place the other knee down. We're in a double frog. I like to lower my blocks so I have some soft padding for my forearms. From here, make sure your feet are in, but they're flexed and reaching outward. And make sure your hips start in line with your knees. And from here, we're rocking forward and back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Align everything up again, then squeeze your butt. Try and lift your knees and relax. One more time, squeeze your butt. Try and lift your knees and relax. All right, only 1 or 2 more exercises. I haven't decided yet, and then we'll go for that middle split. So open out into a V-like straddle, nothing too crazy yet. Place your blocks either on the medium or high setting at about calf level. From here, I'm going to place my fingertips behind me, and I have a bookshelf behind me, but I'm gonna do my best. And without leaning too far back, a little bit is okay, just not all the way. You're gonna lift your legs up and over the blocks and back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Remember, you can lower the blocks if you keep knocking them over. For 3, notice my legs are straight. For 2, for 1, and as you bring the feet back out, this time you can bring them as wide as you can go. From here, place your blocks to the side, and we're just gonna take a couple of side body stretches, reaching to one side, then reaching to the other. For 4, for 3, try and keep both sits bones on the ground. For 2, and 1. And then we're gonna creepy crawl forward. You can either keep your feet flexed or pointed, but what I always tell my classmates is choose one. Dead legs don't do you much good, right? You always want strength going through the back of your knee, and then fold forward. And again, remember, I said you should use blocks. So if you don't have a full pancake yet, stay up on the blocks, right, guys? All right, we're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Come on up, pull the legs together, try and use a little bit of strength as you do that. And then we're in the home stretch. So you can have 2 blocks in front of you on standby. We're gonna open the legs kind of wide and come into a second position. Before I do my middle split, I always come into a second position. You guys might watch all my old videos and be like, she always does the same stuff. Well, you guys, if it's not broke, don't try and fix it. And that's how I feel about doing a second position before I do a middle. Feel like it brings that strength and stretch you need into those inner thighs before you put all of your upper body weight into that groin. So from here, I'm gonna sink even lower. One hand is on each thigh, and I'm just gonna twist one way and then the other for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. I'm gonna scoot back a little so I don't get off camera, but from this second position, you can place your hands down on the ground, but I would have blocks nearby, and then start to straighten your legs and then slide down. Now there's gonna come a point where it's like you're stuck, you're stopped, unless you have a middle split, which I'm jealous, but right here, I kind of get stuck. So from here, I'm gonna start flossing my hips forward and back, forward and back. I don't know if you can tell, but my heels are sliding out a little further. Now I'm gonna place my big toe down. I'm going to bring my forearms on the blocks. I'm gonna bring them a little higher. You can bring your forearms on the blocks or hands on the blocks, and we're gonna hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, you guys saw I premeditated the end. I do not like middle splits. I mean, I love the look. I just don't like doing them. But we did it. We did it. I'm not sure how long this ended up being. We'll see when I go to edit it. But you did something towards obtaining your middle split dreams, and you should feel super proud of yourself. Once again, my name is Laurie Bloom, and once again, I am encouraging you to please hit the like and subscribe button with the notification bell on. If you have any requests for flexibility classes or tutorials on doing different poses, please let me know in the comments below. I love fulfilling requests. It gives me motivation. And that's all for now. I hope you all have a happy new year and enjoy your 2025. Until the next time, have a fit and fabulous day. Bye-bye.